In this final episode of our Japan series, we return to Tokyo for one last stretch of incredible experiences. From nighttime temple strolls and street food in Asakusa to neon-lit evenings at Skytree and a full day around Mount Fuji, we stayed on the move, squeezing in every last moment and closed out our journey the way only Japan can. Before we dive into each location, here's a quick look at the route. We began in Tokyo, then made our way west to Kyoto, Osaka, and Hiroshima, before looping back to Tokyo with a final day trip to Mount Fuji. We got around in bullet trains, local trains, metro, bikes, and walked a ton, covering a lot of ground and seeing a whole lot of Japan in under 2 weeks. Alright gang, so we are in Hiroshima right now. This is going to be our last stop in this whirlwind of a Japan trip. We're heading back to Tokyo. This is going to be our last leg before we head home, and we have a couple days in Tokyo. We're taking the fast train over. It's a 4-hour ride. We're just waiting for the train now. So we're boarded now on the Shinkansen line to Tokyo, 4 hours. We did get some snacks at 7-Eleven. And as we get closer to Tokyo, we get our first glimpse of the iconic Mount Fuji. Though quick, it stands there as majestic as can be. We just arrived in Tokyo. We're taking the local train now. We had dinner near our Airbnb in the Sumida neighborhood before crossing over the Sumida River. The sun began to dip behind the city skyline, casting soft pastel tones across the water. Boats cruised steadily up and down the Sumida River, part of the city's popular river sunset tours. With the city still gently lit by the fading daylight and reflections dancing on the surface, the moment felt suspended in time. Tokyo slowing down just enough to let us breathe it all in. Potato cake. Found it on the street vendor. It's not coming out. Ah. And then?
What's your number?
40, what is that, 43?
Alright, go find it.
43.
Everything stay and
40.
stick without progress. Even if you want to let other people know your name,
Now,
nervous desire would beyond your control. It is.
what do I research? The regular fortune?
Just read it.
A period of high wave is on your way.
A crescent moon will be full gradually, so you should wait the chance. It is so hard to get a chance and fortune. Like Hanadeer and Beat Valley. But with a great person with honor. Yeah. Okay, well, where's the fortune?
You get a regular fortune.
Oh, it's not a good fortune?
It's not a good or bad, unlike Nini's.
Try these. These are spicy beef and original sauce. Can't stop it. Barbecue flavor. Whatever these crunchies are, like Cheetos. Are they good? Should we get them again?
Are they good?
Pretty good.
Flavor.
Pretty good, yeah. Pretty mild. Alright, today we're gonna take it easy. We're doing a shopping day in Ginza. Great weather today. We're finally getting some warm weather. It's 70 degrees right now and cloudy. It's Simon and Hiroka. Mid-morning, we headed to Tokyo's upscale Ginza district. The main street was closed to vehicle traffic, turning the avenue into a pedestrian-only walkway, lined with designer storefronts and elegant architecture. We made our way to the massive Uniqlo flagship, all 12 floors of it, and did a little shopping before heading back out into the buzz of the city. Just a few blocks from our Airbnb, Pain Maison became a daily stop, sometimes more than once. Known for its salted butter bread, shio-pan, this tiny bakery often had a line out the door for its golden crisp rolls with soft, rich centers in flavors like salt, sweet potato, and more. It quickly became one of our favorite little routines in Tokyo. This one's a salt one. It's nice and buttery, and it smells so good. Oh, these ones are fresh. Oh, this one's a sweet potato. Later that evening, we walked towards the Tokyo Skytree to see it up close. Its sheer scale was mesmerizing from below. As we entered Tokyo Solomachi, the massive shopping and entertainment complex at its base, we were greeted by a stunning display of lit and animated stairs that seemed to pulse with color and motion. Just outside, the plaza came alive with the glow of neon lights and red lanterns. A row of open-air food stalls offered everything from yakitori to matcha desserts, filling the air with mouth-watering aromas. It felt like a tiny night market tucked beneath the tower, lively, local, and full of energy. One highlight was a dessert shop inside Solomachi where the experience felt uniquely special. After placing our order, we were invited to bless our food. We even received paper fortunes, a playful nod to the omikuji found at temples, adding a sweet and spiritual twist to our treat. And it even has a torii gate on top. What a positive experience. And to top it all off, it was a delicious treat. Alright, today we're doing a full day tour. Well, not a tour, but just an excursion to Mount Fuji. We were picked up early for our Mount Fuji day trip, a private tour around the iconic mountain. While we originally booked an earlier private tour, we ended up canceling and rescheduling to find clearer skies and more suitable conditions. anything to increase our chances of actually seeing Mount Fuji, and it turned out to be a great decision. The tour included a set number of hours with the option to extend for an additional fee, which gave us the flexibility to enjoy the day at our own pace. We left Tokyo in the thick of morning rush hour, and it took about an hour or so to reach our first destination, Arakura Fuji Sengen Shrine in Fujiyoshida. Known for its iconic 5-story pagoda and sweeping views of Mount Fuji, this hilltop shrine offers one of the most picturesque scenes in all of Japan, especially when framed by cherry blossoms.
Can you guys see Mount Fuji behind me? Busy. It's a busy week. Sakura week. I believe it's going on right now.
It looked like everyone doing a day trip was arriving at the same time. The place was packed, but honestly I can't blame them. The sakura were in full bloom, perfectly framing Mount Fuji like a painting. At this point, the temple itself wasn't the main attraction. It was all about the vantage point and the trees bursting with color.
Got some fresh donko waiting for me. Are these grilled?
Yeah.
Well, that was an absolute madhouse. There were a lot of people there. Let me take a shot. No, it's not a shot. So we're off to our second stop.
About a 15-minute drive from the first stop, our next destination brought us to a quiet village setting with narrow roads, cozy homes, and views that felt like a hidden piece of countryside life. There we visited Nigori Ike Pond, a tranquil spot fed by natural springs. The water was incredibly clear, reflecting the trees and the sky above like a mirror. Known for its purity and stillness, the pond had a calming presence, offering a quiet moment to take in the surrounding beauty. Walking the grounds further, we came upon a riverside section where the sakura trees are in full bloom. It was crowded with visitors, all trying to capture the same fleeting beauty. Even with the bustle, the soft petals and vibrant trees created a moment of wonder. We had missed the blossoms back home, but here in Japan, they welcomed us with perfect timing. Our next stop before lunch was Fuji Sengen Shrine. Located at the northern base of Mount Fuji, this ancient shrine is known for its grand entrance and spiritual significance. What stood out immediately were the towering cedar trees lining the entrance, especially the two ancient giants that stood proudly near the main temple, each over 1,000 years old. Their trunks were massive and gnarled with age, living testaments to the centuries of worship and tradition that had passed beneath their branches. The air here felt different, hushed and reverent, and offered a peaceful pause in the middle of our journey around Mount Fuji. From there we headed to lunch at Yamabiko in Fujikawa Guchiko, a cozy spot where we were lucky enough to get a window table overlooking Lake Kawaguchi. After lunch we circled around the lake to Oishi Park, our final stop of the day. The park was beautifully landscaped, with neatly trimmed gardens and walkways lined with tulips and blooming sakura trees. From here, Mount Fuji rose above the lake like a postcard, framed by blossoms, clear skies, and the stillness of the water. It was the kind of view that makes you pause and just take it all in. After getting back to Tokyo, we went out for our final dinner at Umaimon Azuma in Nakamise. I had a beautiful chirashi bowl, fresh, colorful, and delicately balanced in flavor, a fitting way to savor our last night in Japan, with one final taste of the country's elegance and simplicity. That's our last day in Tokyo. We're leaving later today. We're walking to Nakamise Market to get some last minute snacks and goodies. We really like this Sumida city area. It's just right across the street from Nakamise and the Senjoji temple. Looking for some snacks for the plane ride as well as to take home. Anyone want some scallops? After grabbing a snack haul from Don Quixote, or Donki for short, we went out for one final meal. Ramen, of course. Our first time here at Ichiran Ramen. You get a whole egg rather than it being in the soup itself. Ramen, and it's such a process, so you have to order through the touch screen and then fill out all your customization, how you want the broth, how you want the noodles, all the seasonings, all that stuff, and then you got to bring it to the counter, and then you get a number. And now we wait. Hope it's good. We chose Ichiran in Asakusa, a viral favorite known for its rich tonkotsu broth. We'd seen lines at this spot before and always tried to avoid them, but for some reason this time there was none. It felt like a little gift from the travel gods. The ramen did not disappoint, warm, savory, and the perfect send-off before heading to the airport. In just 11 days, plus travel from Washington, D.C., we experienced ancient shrines and futuristic skylines, quiet countryside and crowded crosswalks, sakura in full bloom, and the ever-iconic Mount Fuji in all its spring glory. Every place we visited gave us a different side of Japan, the peaceful, the playful, the deeply spiritual, and the joyful chaotic. And as we boarded our flight home, tired but full of memories, stories, and snacks, we knew this wouldn't be our last time in Japan, just our first. If you've enjoyed this journey through Japan, be sure to check out the full series for even more stories, sights, and behind-the-scenes moments. If you like this video and want to see more, please like and subscribe to help support and grow the channel.